everybody this morning. How are we all doing? Guess what? We are live this morning and we got a show for you. This is a double hitter Saturday. We are happening. You probably saw in the feed, and if you didn't, let me let you know that what we're talking about this morning is two things. We are talking about E3 Power Up and all the great happenings that are going on. Everybody knows that E3 Power Up will be in the house on September 30th. It will be in Boston, and every third Saturday of the month, we talk about E3 Power Up and the update. And I bring on board some of our speakers. I bring on board who are our main characters for that event. So that's one. This reason it's a double header, the second part of the show. And what is exciting about that is that we have Mr. Robert H. Randolph with us. Is to us about none other than crypto money. With that being said, we are having a tad bit of a challenge with the live feed. Not quite sure what's going on with that. So I might have to do a tad bit of a station break to bring us back together again. So this is kind of interesting. I hate it happens, but we're going to keep it rolling, keep it rolling, keep it rolling. Start by sharing with you who we actually have with us this morning. Of course, you've got the host, Brent Harding. However, we have Pamela Stone from PS Consulting. Pamela is one of our ambassadors for E3 Power Up. She's going to be doing a lot of our media, especially for our VIPs. She will have the camera up. She'll be doing the interviews with them. She'll be giving a little bit of broadcasting. No, we're not putting everything out that you'd have no reason to show up. So that's not the case. However, she will be doing those special things with our VIPs. That's why you want to be a VIP at that event. We also have Robin Tennille. Robin Tennille is our only Wealth Warrior Platinum ambassador. With the VIPs, she will be working with us on coordinating, and you will see her face in the place. She'll also be acknowledged from the stage. So you have none other than Robin Tennille. And then, of course, we have Mr. Robert H. Randolph, who is from Coronado Consulting, hailing in from Panama. That's right, he is with us from Panama, and he is going to be talking about crypto money, cryptocurrency. He's going to be picking up where we left off at when we were speaking about that on Thursday night at Open Office Q&A with Brent Harding. So with that being said, let me give them just a moment to kind of give you a wave. And so we'll start out at the far end. Pamela, you give us the Pamela Stone wave. Yeah, give it to us one more time. Give us the wave one more time. So we got Pamela. I love it. Robin, will you give us your welcome wave, please?
You know that's that pageant. That. That's right. That's right.
That's right. The pageant wave. Okay. Let's see. We can't say the boss the pageant wave. So you know what? Give us the dude wave. How about that, Bob? Give us the dude wave. Can you do that for us? Bob is like, yeah, the dude wave. Okay. With that being said, he did it. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate that. With that being said, we have shout outs and mentions. So I'll get this part to welcome our newest Wealth Warriors. And I'm going to welcome Alice Buka. Now, she has a middle name that begins with an M. I'm not going to try to do that. I'm going to let her do that at another time. So I'm just going to go with Alice Buka. Also, Lynn Duval-Luce. She Image Associates, and I want to welcome her to the broadcast. I also want to welcome Robert Cumming to the broadcast. I'll be telling you a little bit about him during our announcements. With that being said, I'm going to let the shout outs. I'm going to start off with Pamela. Pamela, who are you shouting out to?
Good morning, everyone, early risers and all. I want to give a shout out. Actually, I want to give a shout out to everybody. Welcome everybody to the Wealth Warriors. There's no one specific this time around.
Okay, sounds good. We're going to move on, and we're going to have our Robin Tennille.
Yes, I would like to give a shout out to a Miss Julie Mitchell. that's here in Michigan. I really want to thank her for assisting me on a project I was working on with for my primary client. And her assistance in that project was very appreciated. I really appreciate the assistance that she provided me with this week. And I just want to give her a shout out. Couldn't have done it without her.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. I like that. I definitely like that. Mr. Robert H. Randolph, who are you shouting out to, sir?
I hope this is not perceived as, I want to give a shout out to this platform. Us
Okay,
to
give us that one more
engage
time. You want to give a shout out to who again?
Creating this platform.
Wow. Okay. I appreciate it tremendously. Thank you so much for that. With that being said, we have early risers about to get their bragging rights on, and we're going to have none other than Pamela Stone share with us who gets bragging rights, who got up early with their cup of coffee this morning so they could be with us. Pamela, you're up.
Absolutely. Well, let's first give our early morning riser trophy winner goes to LaWanda Menfee. LaWanda Menfee is out of Roanoke, Virginia, and her business is Bree and B Fashions. So let's give it a round of applause for LaWanda Menfee. And then, absolutely, then we have a second. Actually, we have 3 of them to mention today, which is awesome to see. I'm glad to see everybody getting up with us. Our third one is Rob. I'm sorry, and I will apologize right now. I believe it's Rabai Akaba. I'm sorry. And he is a general manager at Ray's Enterprise and is a network and an into network marketing professional at Neo Life International. So let's give it a round of applause for those 2. And then guess what? Our third one, we have an honorable mention here. So let's give it for Charles Lee. Charles Lee lives in Boston, Massachusetts, and I love his quote. And his quote is, "The age of believing is over. We're into the age of knowing." So let's give it all to our early risers here. Welcome, everybody. And back to you, Brent.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Thank you so much. And I appreciate Janice for joining us on, and we had to crash our video crashed this morning on my Facebook page, but it's back up. So Robin and Pamela, if you want to go and chime in on that page, that would be excellent. Thank you so much for letting us know about who the early gets the bragging rights, and they got the bragging rights. We want to share with you our sponsor for today's broadcast is Coronado Consulting, hailing out of Panama, and Robert H. Randolph is the founder of that company. He brings 40 years of marketing experience to the table. He's a marketer, he is a researcher, he is an engineer, he is the full package. He's going to be talking to us today. Currency. Just want to make sure you know that Robert Randolph has, and rephrase, is our sponsor for today's show. Want to say thank you, Mildred Allen, for being with us. Appreciate that. Do me a huge favor. We said on Thursday night, if you were watching the Thursday night broadcast of Open Office Q&A, then you saw me go, and I said, whenever you see this, what this means is get out your cell phone and hit the share button and share with that we are broadcasting live. Now, the reason why I asked you to hit the share button is because we have complimentary information here that everyone should hear about, and we want to give folks an opportunity to do that. Also, we want to raise the viewership up. So we are actually looking to get 150 people to be viewing our broadcast this morning. We're incrementally building this up. There will be a time when, no exaggeration, we'll have 1,000 people watching this broadcast on Saturday morning. However, It all starts one at a time. Bring one, get one. Bring one, get one. So when you see that, that means share it. I don't need to say anything else. I will know you share it. Why? Because it shows up in our feed. So let me quickly once again say good morning, Mildred Allen. Good morning, Janice. And I hope I'm saying Perot. Janice was on our, I believe she was on our open office Q&A on Thursday evening. So really do appreciate that. And so invite people that you know. Just that share and stop right down the line. Now, with that, what are we talking about this morning? We are talking about E3 Power Up, E3 Power Up, E3 Power Up, E3 Power Up. We're talking about that, and it's a double hitter. So we're going to hit crypto. We are going to hit the cryptocurrency also. But right now, we're talking about E3 Power Up, and we're specifically talking about the agenda. What's going to be happening on September 30th? Boston. And so I'm going to open up, share the agenda, and share with you what's going on. And then I'm going to ask both Pamela and Robin to just share how they're viewing what's going to be coming up and what's happening. So with that being said, I want to let you know that we have some heavy-duty topics that are going to be happening at E3 Power Up. If you were here in November when we did the maiden voyage, terrific. However, it's a whole different ballgame. There's a lot of emphasis on being a VIP. And why? Because, hey, we all like to be very important people. So the first tickets that are off the launching pad are the VIP tickets. We want to sell that out. And here's how we're going to sell it out. We're going to sell it out by sharing what's going on. No matter whether you've been in business for 2 years, 5 years, 10 years or more, there is something there for you. Our hashtag is Dictate My Destiny. Hashtag Dictate My Destiny. It is a woman's focused on us dictating our destiny so we know where we're going. You know, when we're in our primary jobs, we never know when those jobs are going to change up, when we're going to be compressed out. And I don't know about you, but I've had the experience of actually training somebody only to learn after the fact that I just trained the person that was replacing me. That is an ugly feeling. You know what, Pamela, you've been in HR. What does it feel like when somebody is training somebody and then they learn that they're now being replaced by the person that they just trained?
That takes, actually, it is like getting the wind knocked out of you. It is a feeling that you can never replace. And the bad part is being on the other side. I try to always, me personally, let me say this, I always practice with my executive directors. We have to come up with a better way to do this. Make it a more personal. So they're working on that. They are starting to work on doing it a lot better nowadays because guess what? You get the disgruntled employees coming in. So they're working on it better. But the initial, when it was done in the past, it's like getting the wind knocked out of you and you don't know how to pick yourself up there right at the moment. It's an unforgettable feeling.
I appreciate that, and that's why this conference is so important, because we have to dictate our own destinies. We have to have control, disrespect intended to the jobs, because jobs are important. However, what is your backup plan? Your backup plan. So we are going to, that's the whole genre of the event. It is entrepreneurship. Whether you are there's a lot of focus on those that are entrepreneurs, or whether you want to be an entrepreneur, this event is for you, happening on September. So we made sure that we put it on a Saturday so that those that are working that 9 to 5 will actually be able to participate. Now, the program is going to open up. We have a request in to a government official to open up. We've gotten it in time, so we expect that to happen by next month. Actually, we'll know by next month which government official is going to open up the event for us. It is going to be followed by investing. We are hitting it right on. Do you know that you can pick up your phone and you can actually invest? There are companies right here in Massachusetts that you can literally invest $100 in and get a quarterly dividend. How huge is that you can actually make money while we are sitting in that event. We're going to follow that next speaker. And by the way, Dr. Letitia Wright is going to be heading up the charge for investing. She has spoken to us about the fact that women do not invest enough. We do, and sometimes we don't invest because we just don't know. And so she is going to be moving and motivating us, giving us resources around investing and how we can do it from the comfort of our home. And you know, when I put the hand up, that means to share, right? Share. That being said, what the next speaker is going to talk about streamlining your operation. And what is meant by that is, what is the best business model for you to use in order to streamline your operation? If you learn from others and learn quickly so that you didn't have to go through experimenting, trying to figure out what works, what doesn't work, you're going to learn how to streamline the operation by modeling. And what do other entities do to streamline your operation, and you can create revenue quickly? Because at the end of the day, it is all about the revenue. Why are we in business? Now, let me rephrase that, because sometimes I've seen people be in business because they like the camaraderie. So they want to go to events, and they want to hang out, and they want to network with other people. And so they're in business. Are they profitable? Because at the end of the day, that's what it's about. So streamline for profitability. We are going to have, and here is the announcement, the only male speaker in this event is going to be none other than Kit Pang from Boston Speaks Series. He is going to be our afternoon speaker. We just confirmed him this week, and I am jazzed. If you want to know more about Kit Pang, please go up to his page. You can go up to his personal page, or you can go up to his page, Boston Speaks Series, to learn more about Kit Pang. He is going to talk to us about women marketing to men, their business. And my mother always says, if you want to know what a man's thinking, ask a man. Don't talk to a woman. She don't know what he's thinking. She thinks she knows what he's thinking. A fella knows what he's thinking. Now, here's the deal. Hey, get him. Everybody's busting out laughing, and Bob's doing one of these. So what a man is thinking, you have got to ask a guy. Ladies, we don't know this, but we keep thinking we do. That is not true. Yeah. Here's the problem, is getting the secrets out of the guy. Because, see, they don't want to give that stuff away. Robin, do the guy, you know, does your son want to give you all the facts about a guy?
Are you kidding me?
I don't.
It's like a secret code.
Yeah, I'm asking. Yeah. Yeah, Robin, does your son?
I think
You ask him.
I better stay out of this conversation.
Hold on 1 second, Robert. Just a moment. I was asking Robin. Robin, does your son want to give? You're laughing.
It's a secret code. There's a code.
And are you telling me he doesn't want to give you the code? Is that what the problem is?
Look, it's like pulling teeth trying to get the code.
Well, Bob, let me ask you a question. Why is it that men do not close?
Say that again.
I said, why is it that you men don't want to give us the codes so that we can better understand you? You all have a language.
Yo,
What's that again, Bob?
you
What was
guys
that
will
again?
take over. We will.
Oh, I think I heard you say. I think I heard you say that women then want to take over. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
For those of you that can't see him, Bob is laughing, which reminds me, I want to share with you that we are broadcasting both on my personal Facebook page. We're also broadcasting on the Wealth Warriors group page. So you can watch and you'll see me physically. you'll hear the content. However, if you want to see all 4 of us, then you will want to switch over to the Wealth Warriors group page, the Wealth Warrior group page, and you will be able to see the full lineup. You'll be able to see Pamela, you'll be able to see Robin, you'll be able to see Ed and myself. I want to take a moment and say, Ed Gaskin, welcome to the broadcast. Appreciate you being here. Dorothy Briggs, thank you. Appreciate you being here. And of course, the illustrious Pamela Stone and Robin Tennille, our ambassador. So I want to thank you for that. So that is the morning of E3 Power Up. So from morning to lunchtime, you've heard it'll be Dr. Letitia Wright, Brent Harding, the founder of E3 Power Up, and it will be illustrious Kit Pang. And then lunch, we open up with an awards ceremony. Yeah, it's going to be hot. We will have an awards ceremony, and we're not giving you any other details, but there are some serious surprises in the awards. There are folks don't even know that they're going to get an award, but yes, they are. And then we're going to have the Media Icon program. That's a very specialized program brought to us by Dr. Letitia Wright. It is, I'll tell you, it is an experience. I have been participating in it. It is absolutely wonderful. And I will tell you that part of that experience, my jet experience. I'll be sharing that with you again in July. I'll be reminiscing about my Sky Day. I was with a dear friend of mine last night, and she said, Brent, when I saw you getting on that private jet, she said, I was like, I want to do that. And I said, Media Icon. So Dr. Wright will be sharing that with us. It is going to be absolutely delicious. We're going to go from there into a specialty for our entrepreneurs. Many times we hear the small business in on what they do in terms of their brick and mortar. They've got employees and the like, and they're always talking about the business plan. Entrepreneur, the person that's solo, that's a solopreneur, an entrepreneur, a network marketer. What is your plan? We actually will be discussing that, and it's referred to as an MSPP. I'm not going to share with you what the letters are. You'll have to be there to find out. So we're going to have somebody that specializes in the MSPP to help all of you entrepreneurs actually have your own MSPP. The flip side of a business plan is an MSPP. You got to be there to find out. Now, then we'll be followed by a millennium. We're going to feature a millennium. Why? Because we're going to bring the old school and the new school together. We want to market to millenniums. We need to be talking to millenniums. Hot, hot, hot. They're going to bring the new age to us, so we will understand how to market to the new age. That is going to be the complement of the 9 to 5 program. We will have breaks, we will have surprises, we will have interviews. Then we're going to take a break, and during the break, we're going to have something called laser consulting. Laser coaching is going to occur during the break time from 5 p.m. to 6:30. So for the VIPs, you are the first ones to get scheduled for that laser focused coaching. 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes. We're going to do laser coaching. VIPs, you are the first to get the laser coaching. And then we go into the VIPs only, and that is the advanced programming, where Dr. Letitia Wright is going to take you through specialties such as Facebook in terms of your ability to do, oh my goodness, and I just had a brain burp. I can't believe I let that slip. I'll have to come back to that and share it with you. Gotcha. I'm not telling you. You're going to have to be there. Okay, with that being said, that is E3 Power Up 2017 happening on September 30th. And you just heard the agenda. You just heard what the agenda is about. There are pieces that are going to be added the base now of what the agenda is about. 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, there is something in there for you, because we start out and we crescendo up to advanced level. With that being said, we're going to share some announcements with you. This is called a station break. So this is station break number 1. So I get the privilege of sharing the first set of announcements, and then each of our guests is going to share announcements relative to them. So let me get started. I want to share with you that open office Q&A with Brent Harding on the 22nd, this Thursday, is going to be about rapid fire, rapid fire, rapid fire, rapid fire. You are going to be able to have an interview with me, which is going to be broadcast. We're also going to do testimonials where you can testify, give a testimonial about somebody else, just as Robin shared with us who she was actually giving a shout out to. You're going to be able to do a testimonial on that person, and they will be able to see it. Others will be able to see it, and we're going to have three different stations going, and then another station is going to be all about. The 6-second elevator pitch. Can you say your elevator pitch in 6 seconds? Because that's all the time you get. We have the attention span of a gnat these days. And so with that being said, that's what this Thursday, the 22nd, is going to be about. So it's going to be live at the Quincy Innovation Center, 180 Old Colony Avenue in Quincy. You will be able to meet me on the 3rd floor on the red couch. So that's one. Real quickly, the next one is on the 29th of June. If for open office Q&A, I will have a guest, Robert Cumming from RCS Technology Solutions, also Solutions LLC, and digital internet marketing is what he does. He will be with you and him live, and we will be doing Q&As. You will submit your questions, and he and I are going to answer those questions. And my last announcement is Boston Speaks series on July 7th at the Hatch at the Fenway. We will be an event within an event. We will have the tribes such as Amanda Brewing will be there with us. Sandra Tolles will be there with us. Sharon will be with us. Sharon Nix will be there with us. Juanita Grant will be there with us. Albertha Bogan will be there with us. Nika will be there. Nika N will be there with us. If you want to participate and be an event within an event with us, Corey Vivavencia will be there with us. Vivavencia will be there with us. We create an event within an event. So we will all be at Boston Speaks, and that'll be on July 7th. Wow. Okay, with that being said, just a quick one, I want to say Martine, I hope I'm saying that. It's probably Martine Ellis, glad to see you on the broadcast. Regina, glad to see you on the broadcast as well. And by the way, invite, share with us. That being said, next person up, oh my goodness, we got to get her right quick. And that is none other than Pamela. Pamela, what are your announcements? And I know you're going to be dropping the mic. Tell us what your announcements are.
Absolutely. Everybody will come check me out this Friday on the Declutter Power Show. Actually, I will be interviewed by no other than Dr. Wright. I'm too excited about this. Yes, I know.
Okay, please continue on.
And then it will be on Facebook Live. So come and check me out at the Declutter Power Show. I'm too excited. Yes. And then everybody, please buy your tickets. Buy your tickets for E3 Power Up. It's a fabulous show. It is a fabulous event. It will help women from the beginning to the end. And even if you don't know what your plan is, or where you're going to, still a perfect place to get there and how to get there. And there's women that will power you up, that will strengthen you up and guide you through it. And that is my announcement. I have to rush off. I am actually going to an awesome event here in Columbus, Ohio. It actually is a woman leadership, which I will get to meet with 65 women here in Columbus, Ohio. And we're going to meet for 4 hours and talk about leadership and women in business. So I will be jumping in here periodically throughout the conference, and I will send pictures and maybe be able to talk to some mentorees and panelists and jump in and post it here in Wealth Warriors. So then, until then, Britt, I'm gonna pass it back to Fabulous Day.
Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Pamela just dropped the mic on us and want for her to have an awesome, awesome day. Pamela, thank you for being with us. And next up, then with announcements is none other than Robin Tenio. Hit us, Robin. What you got?
You know, I just want to remind everyone that I am a Total Life Changes distributor. So if there's anyone interested in health and wellness products, or going with me on this journey of weight loss, inbox me or go straight to my website, www.totallifechanges.RTENNILLE. Come on, guys, get on this weight loss journey with me. I can't do this alone. I need motivation. Come on. Let's do this together.
That was perfect. Oh my goodness, that was perfect. And actually, I am on the journey with this lovely young lady. I am on the journey. And it is, Robin, I got to tell you something. In bed with myself, there were two of us in there. There's the old me and the new me, and they are fighting because the old me wants to keep the weight on. The new me is trying to beat her down, but she got less weight to beat her down with. It is a serious battle. I'm telling you, it is rough.
Fighting with yourself,
Yeah, really. Rock'em sock'em with myself. It is a challenge. Weight loss is a challenge. I know you all are feeling me on that one. Abraham Myers, welcome to the broadcast. It's good to see you. We are just minutes away from hearing from the illustrious Robert H. Randolph talk with us about cryptocurrency. Got a little bit more that we want to share with everybody regarding E3 Power Up, and I'm going to speed that one up tremendously. I am going to move that one very quickly. And I want to share with you before I go on, you will want to join the Wealth Warrior broadcast. You will want to hear this information every single week, and we are ramping it up. In fact, I'll tell you what, Robert H. Randolph, Bob, has a lot to do with us advancing ourselves. We've been building up. We've talked about credit. We've talked about taxes. We've talked about entrepreneurship. We've talked about insurance. And when Bob brought cryptocurrency to us, what it said was that was the signal that we are ramping this thing up. And when I say ramping it up, what I mean by that is this. We've been doing little baby steps. He said, if you want wealth, then you got to change the program. So guess what? We're changing the program. It is about the money, because everything else, once we've got that exchange of the money, guess what? Everything else alignment. So before he comes up, I want to share a couple of things with you. First of all, you got that one. Secondly, to join the Wealth Warrior community, all you need to do is to go up to the Wealth Warriors group page, Wealth Warriors, and say, I want in. Join. I want to join. And we will welcome you into this community. Our goal by the end of the year is to have at least 500 members in this community, so we can drop information in there. We can also share resources, share sources. Right now, I've put in the feed. I'm looking for a few different things. I'm looking for an insurance agent. I am looking for, we are looking for ambassadors. We still need 5 more ambassadors for the E3 Power Up event. I am looking for somebody that does graphic work. Now, it will be a shame if I have to go outside of the community to get those resources. Then it will be a travesty, because our job is to do business with each other, to keep that money in our own community. And so what I've done is I've said, instant message me so that I can give you business. I don't know what else to do. Instant message me so that I can give you. Come on, people. Come on. Alrighty, so with that being said, those are the mentions. Let me hit it up real quickly regarding the speakers for E3 Power Up, and then guess what? We will be on to Bob. So again, want to give you the lineup of speakers. We have Dr. Letitia Wright hailing out of California. Dr. Letitia Wright is a medical doctor, does crowdfunding. She is America's crowdfunding expert. For E3 Power Up on September 30th. You have yours truly, Brent Harding, founder and entrepreneur for E3 Power Up. I'll be sharing of E3 Power Up. I will also be talking with you about streamlining your operation so that you can catapult your business. We will have Kit Pang, who is the founder of Boston Speaks Series, who does multiple. He is a speaker's coach. He will be with us for the afternoon set. We will have a Millennium speaker. We'll let you know about that next month. We expect to have a government official open up our program. We'll let you know about that next month. And then for the evening set, it is all about laser coaching. It is about, oh, you thought you were going to get that one from me, didn't you? Not until next month. So those are the speakers. September 30th, mark your calendar. VIP tickets are available. We only have X amount of VIP tickets left. We're only bringing in 30 people into VIP, and we expect that to be one and done by the end of the month. And then from that point on, all we're going to have available for you will be the general admission tickets. So that will not include the VIP evening set. You want your VIP ticket now. I got to take a moment and say, welcome, cousin. My twin cousin, Annette Harding, is on the VIP drop, and is on the broadcast on my Facebook page. And I just want to say, hey, cousin, I like the fact that she's here. She said something to me, and I want to let you know, Annette, that I'm not going to share what your nickname is, by the way. Okay, you didn't hear that. She shared something with us. So going forward, we are going to put a lineup for the entire month. So the entire month of July will be listed on our Facebook page on the Wealth Warrior broadcast. It'll be listed on my Facebook page. So that's what's going on. She said, Brent, you know what? These short, like in a minute notifications that you're going to be on the air ain't cutting it. You need to let us know what's going on. So I said I will do that. Ashley Adams, good morning to you. So I wanted to make sure that you knew that we listen here, okay? So I just want you to know we listen here. With that being said, before I bring on our guest speaker, Robin, I want you to take a moment and share with folks a little bit about how you visualize what you're going to be doing and how the event is going to occur on Saturday, September 30, our only Wealth Warrior Platinum Ambassador. So why don't you take a moment? This is about you. You are all in the frame. Let me see. You're up.
Yes. You know what? I do know one thing. I'm going to be a busy individual. I'm going to be connecting with yes. I'm going to be connecting with the speakers, with the other ambassadors, and people that may be having vending tables and things like that. I'll be connecting with everyone. So I'll be moving around, and you'll see me here and there, and stop for a moment and say hello. Not afraid, not afraid. Come on, I welcome the hellos. Chit chat for a minute and let me learn a little bit about you. So, and I'll tell you a little bit about me. So I'm really looking forward to meeting all the people that will be attending the event, because I'm telling you, this is going to be an awesome event. This is going to be awesome. You're going to be sharing some awesome information. You're going to learn a lot and network and find people that you can collaborate with. So this is going to be great. I'm so excited.
You know what, Robin? I feel your energy right through here. I feel your energy. I have never met Robin Tennille in person. I will be like many of you. We have communicated through this phenomenal medium called the internet. Mm-hmm. She and I have been communicating for more than a year, and we're finally going to meet each other. Pamela Stone, who had to drop the mic and leave, Pamela has never met her. We were talking yesterday, and she said, I'm going to be so excited to meet Robin. Never met. The only time we meet is right here on the broadcast. It is amazing. to it as well. I appreciate that, Robin. Are you now ready to hear about cryptocurrency? Are you ready to talk money? Robin, you ready to talk money?
I'm ready. I'm excited. I've been waiting since Thursday. I've been waiting to hear this because I heard on Thursday. I'm like, oh gosh, I can't wait for Saturday to hear more. So I'm ready.
Okay, excellent, excellent, excellent. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time. I would like to introduce you to the founder of Coronado Consulting, hailing out of Panama. Mr. Robert Randolph has literally 40 years of marketing and business experience that he's going to share with us. If you had an opportunity to read the piece that he wrote on the Wealth Warrior Group page where he talked about why cryptocurrency is so powerful, then you are ready to hear him speak to us about cryptocurrency. Now, I want you to understand something. Sometimes the feed is not as perfected as we would like, so it may take a little bit of a challenge, but you'll be able to hear his voice. For those of you who are watching the feed on my personal Facebook page, if you desire, you might want to flip over to the other page, which is the Wealth Warrior Wealth Warrior Group page, so that you can actually see this in the Google Hangout and you'll see all of us. No matter what, hearing, the auditory is what we want to focus in on. We want to be able to hear it. It's the auditory. Let's do this thing. And
Brent, can I mention,
Robert, what was that again? I'm sorry, I was just about to.
Yeah, can I mention something? If you are on the Wealth Warriors page and you're watching the broadcast that way, feel free to share that too, as well as the Facebook Live, because I shared both links, so we're good to go.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Really important. I should have done that. And wait a minute. In that case, watch this, Robin. You ready?
Hit share.
There you go. Okay. We are going to hear that. Mr. Robert Randolph, you are up, sir. Go right ahead.
Good morning, everyone. I am really excited to be here with you this morning, and that some of the information I have to share with you is useful, but also be lucrative in terms of your investment portfolio. Years now, I'm going to. I hope that everyone and most of you on this morning had a chance to hear the things we talked about last Thursday. I'll just summarize some of the stuff, so some of it will be all be on the same page. So I heard about some e-currency, and I totally dismissed it as a bunch of programmers getting together so that they could exchange together. And I wrote it off as just one of those things, one of those we're doing. In 2009, something was in heard of that. Certainly the national media is starting to pick up on this thing. Back in a Bitcoin for pennies on the dollar. Worth, and it's fluctuating a little bit, but it would be worth about 28. So for those few pennies that you invested, you could now about $20 worth of value. I'm not. I'm going to make some suggestions. My talk today is about how you get on board, and if you're not interested in cryptocurrency.
Hey, Bob.
and watch it.
Bob, could you bear with us just one moment? Hey, Robin? Robin? Okay, she can't hear me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop. Okay, Robin, I think what's happening is, and I want everybody to be able to hear this as well as yourself, would you mind dropping off the feed? I think we're going to find another medium, but with the three of us on and him being in Panama, I think what's happening is it's too much pressure on there. So if you'll continue and are up to date, that would be so appreciated.
Okay, I'll drop off and I'll let you guys continue. Okay?
I appreciate it. Robin,
right.
Tania.
All right.
Thank you very much.
To meet you, Robin.
Bye.
Okay, Bob, Robin's going to drop off, so I think that'll strengthen our feed, and we should be able to hear you better, sir.
Okay. So there's probably a delay of some kind, so I'll try to or something so that today is, even if you are not personally interested in cryptocurrencies and or investing in cryptocurrencies, to become aware of it, because it is a currency threatens and replace what we know as money today. As a matter of fact, it could concept of money as we know it today. Today is I want to make sure that I provide you with some so that you can go out and educate yourself, which is emerging very, very rapidly. First of all, I would like to suggest that if you want to know more about cryptocurrencies, that you should go to cryptocurrencies, and you should do a search for cryptocurrencies, and what will pop up is a Wikipedia article. Wikipedia articles are not necessarily very accurate, but they can give you some certain language and guidelines of information. But that's the very first important step that you should take. Cryptocurrencies, and read Wikipedia article. I suggest that you take the next step, which is a very important one. You should go to YouTube. Large number of videos, Bitcoin and about cryptocurrencies. The relationship between Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies is that is an instant or is a form of cryptocurrency. There are about 700 cryptocurrencies on the market today, and it is emerging very rapidly. I encourage you to learn as much as you can. What I am doing down here in Panama is I'm putting together, I'm sponsoring a group of people interested in Bitcoin, and we have a luncheon every 2 weeks. The latest developments in cryptocurrency. So it's very important. I would suggest that with a number of your friends and form a small group to discuss and follow cryptocurrency market. It's very exciting stuff. Let me caution you to be very skeptical of this. When you look at the YouTube videos, you will see it's hype, and it's almost overwhelming. And I caution you to be very skeptical about everything you read here and everything you learn. Be very, very skeptical. There are a number of scams. There are a number of Ponzi schemes. Some of the cryptocurrency that you will run into nothing more than a scam. So be careful. My rule of thumb is only invest what you can afford to lose. And that's the way I think about investment.
Okay,
Panama,
Bob, can you
we're
hold
looking.
Bob, can you hold just one moment? For those
Sure.
that are not actually seeing this in real time in terms of seeing it, I'm seeing Bob actually in motion speaking, or if you missed anything, just want to give you a quick update, and also want to say hello, Stephen Leonard. Glad to have you with us. We're talking cryptocurrency with Robert H. Randolph, who is the founder of Coronado Consulting. What he's talked about, just right briefly, and then we'll bring him back on there, is he's talked about cryptocurrency as really being considered a replacement for money, a replacement for cash. In fact, if you were watching on Open Office Q&A with Brent Harding, Bob was on there on Thursday, and he even said that there are certain countries, and I believe he mentioned Japan, I'll ask him to correct me if I'm wrong, that as a mode of exchange. In other words, paying for goods and services with cryptocurrency. He encourages us as step one to go to Google and Google cryptocurrencies, and the Wikipedia page should show up with a Wikipedia article that will give us language and guidelines. He says that's our number one step. However, we know that Wikipedia is not always accurate, but you're going to get enough meat on the bone to take action. He said the next step, number two, is to go to YouTube and to look up cryptocurrency. There are a lot of YouTube posts on cryptocurrency. Probably one of the most well-known is Bitcoin. In fact, quite frankly, I had heard Bitcoin and didn't realize that Bitcoin is only one of 700 cryptocurrencies. He encouraged us, and I wrote this in my notes because I'm going to put together a group in this area to talk about the cryptocurrency market and new things that are happening with cryptocurrency. And then lastly, he said, be skeptical, because there are a lot of scams out there. There are a lot of Ponzi schemes out there. And so one of the things that is on my mind is, how do we know, is there a registry for the 700 Bitcoins? How do we know which ones that it makes sense to do business with? So I'm going to turn it back over to Bob. Bob, you're up.
A great summary. And I'm not sure about your last question. If I were looking at crypto, I would, number one, notice how long they have been on the market. Important. That's an important criteria. Also, I would ask, I talked about the YouTube videos. The people who are putting those together tell you know about each of the cryptocurrencies that you might run into. So on their YouTube videos and so forth, and you'll start to find answers there. As far as that's concerned, I suggest that you put together a group, because if you have 5 people looking at cryptocurrencies, they will get different kinds of information from different sources. They will, and by exchanging that in discussions and so forth, you'll begin to feel more comfortable with this whole, and it's a technology rather than actually. Yeah, that cryptocurrencies is based on some rather in-depth. There are a number of books. I have, for those of you who have Kindle, I would suggest that you go on Kindle, search for books on cryptocurrency. That's a very important thing to do. There's a lot of information, and overwhelming at times. Don't watch a YouTube video and run out and try to buy some Bitcoin. That is not a good move. It's like any other investment. The company you're investing in, the cryptocurrency you're investing in, where the people come from, look at their websites, et cetera, et cetera. So if you're going to make an investment in some cryptocurrency, educate yourself and so forth. Here's a commercial plug. I have a resource, has about 13 videos in it. It puts the whole package together instead of, you know, going from one YouTube and piecing this all together. I have a product that I can suggest to you that will put the whole story together. What Bitcoin and what cryptocurrency is to how you invest successfully. And either inbox message me or send me an email. I could make that information available to you.
Quick question: how much is the resource material?
$125. Worth it, because as I said, it your time. It's focused on what you need to know to make investment, understand that whole arena. So it goes from this whole thing is about the technology, the companies you invest with, and I think it's a key piece of information for anyone.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Please continue on, and then I'll do a quick summary.
Okay. I think one of the things that's exciting about this is as you know, in stocks, there is something called an IPO. That's initial public offering for a new stock. On July the 1st, be an introduction of a new not a new Bitcoin, but a new cryptocurrency that appears to be very exciting. I can tell you more about that if you'll email. I'm not an investment person. Make a disclaimer. I don't give investment advice or pretend to do that. My scope of knowledge, etc. But on the other hand, I can places to look for more information so that you can make your own intelligent decision. I don't get paid for things, but I certainly want you to be aware. In my rise that I live in here in Panama, there's a friend, there's a fellow that I met and Canada. He's an economist, a young fellow, a very bright, intelligent economist. He began telling me last August about, and at the time he was making his living here in Panama as a construction person. And within the last couple of months, he's become a trader in cryptocurrencies. Had to stop doing construction work. He has begun trading currencies and walks around with with about $100,000 worth of it's real, scam. You have to know what you're doing. Take the time to do due diligence.
Bob, let me give the audience just I heard you say where we left off at was to be skeptical relative to the scams. He said something that we want to look at is how long that cryptocurrency has been up and running, how long it's been open. He talked to us about technology, and I was going to come back and ask him, but I thought I heard him speak to the fact that the cryptocurrency is is off of the internet. It's technology off the internet. So you're not carrying physical money. He did speak about a gentleman that carried, can you imagine, $100,000 on a thumb drive? Oh my goodness, that blew my mind when I heard that on Thursday. He talked to us about books. So one of the things that he said is that if you've got a Kindle, that you would want to go up and download and listen to audiobooks or read on cryptocurrency. Now, he said, I don't want to put a plug in here, so I'll just say it. Bob has got something that I know that I'm going to purchase. There is a resource of 13 videos. He says you can inbox him or email him. You can go up to his Facebook page, Robert H. Randolph, and you can inbox him. And it's already put together in a package of videos that will really be solid primers that will take you from Genesis, maybe not to Revelation, but they'll take you from Genesis, let's say, to the book of Matthew, so to speak, in terms of that information. You'll have enough knowledge to then pick up and go from John to Revelation. And that's $125.
Okay.
Couple more, we're almost done. He said that when we talk about IPOs, for stock, that's your initial public offering, well, there is something synonymous in the environment of cryptocurrency. He brought that up on Thursday, and if you read the Facebook, if you read in the Wealth Warrior group page, then you would have seen that this morning, where it talked about a new currency that's coming out at the end of this month, beginning of next month. He gave us a disclaimer, and I'm going to give you the same disclaimer, and that is both myself on Facebook, you're watching Bob Facebook, you're watching on a Google Hangout, you're watching us through either my personal Facebook page, you're watching us through Wealth Warriors Strategies Facebook page or Wealth Warriors group page. I want to make sure we're clear. Our experts, none of us are financial advisors, none of us are tax preparers, none of us are attorneys. What we are individuals that have years of experience that we are sharing with you. The value of what you are hearing as you are listening, if you were to go and speak with somebody, reference this, they would charge you an hourly rate. We are doing this as a complimentary service. If you were paying, you'd be paying an hourly rate that would run anywhere from $100 to $400 an hour. You are getting this complimentary. And I share that with you so that you recognize it's valuable. With that being said, that's summary number 2. Bob, you're up, sir. It's on you. You're up.
Okay. What I on Wealth Warriors, there's information that you can gather as a suggest, like product or put the education phase of the market. You're free to use either one. Provide links to. Recently got a link to a newsletter about cryptocurrency to post on, and you can follow. But I think that I haven't done it yet, but I understand free. So I'm going to post that link on Wealth Warriors. I'm going to post a list of books that I looked at recently that were available on Kindle the other day myself, and there are several titles that you can look at on your Kindle. They're relatively low priced. So look there and look at some books that you did. I don't think one wants to spend all their time digging through all the information that's available. I think they want to get enough knowledge that they feel when they start to look at making an investment in cryptocurrencies. That's the key. You could study this phenomenon months, for years, but don't don't allow yourself to be, we call it paralysis by analysis. You don't want to be by the analysis that you think you know everything. I think my goal, and I'm in the process myself, my goal is to gather enough knowledge that I can make a wise decision and to invest. Become the expert. That's not my goal. My goal is to acquire, and I think it should be your, to acquire enough knowledge that you're smart enough or feel smart enough to make a wise decision in terms of the investment opportunity. The investment opportunities, as I say, are huge. They're very upsides to this technology. They're also huge downsides. Market, something that you really want to be careful. In your own, you might seek some expert advice. There are people out there that some your YouTube feed, and you could use those YouTubes to continue to market. So there's a lot of information. Don't get bogged down into it. Get enough and how to do in case you want to do something. that came out pretty convoluted.
Yeah, well, you know, the beauty is we can watch it over again and over again until we get it right. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
So you have to move fast though, because the market is strongly. And the other piece of it is an opinion, and that is that the in the U.S. they're actively fighting expansion of cryptocurrencies. With crypto, you do not have to go through banks to send money, earn money. It's from the governmental economic system. It has its own value system. So they're actively engaged in fighting it. There are some countries, one of the countries like Japan, but in Japan, it as a standard exchange currency, and these governments. Some countries' governments will ban it because it undermines. They think it undermines their economic systems. The IRS is still trying to figure out how to tax it. Right now, I think that any gains that you've made in the market gains, you should be aware of that. And the element of the government that is downplay it, and there's an interesting YouTube video saying that Bitcoin, it's kind of like trying to stop the internet, and it has a real positive vote. Reality figure like Bill, that's good enough for me. Take some questions, but I don't think we can do that in this medium.
Not in this one.
I was going to say, may I give my address, and I can give my phone number if you're interested.
I would very much like to. Here's what I'm going to say, Bob. That I'm going to be changing our medium to see if we can make this better. And one of the mediums I'll be checking out will allow people to put questions right into the feed. So we will actually be able to do. I'd like to get you back one more time before I take a summer break not from the Wealth Warrior broadcast, but I'll be taking a summer break from the Open Office Q&A. So I want to get you back one more time on Open Office Q&A to be able to do this. But by then I should have that medium well practiced, and we'll check out and see how that one works.
And possibly I'll know more.
Okay, well, you know what? Absolutely. Let me give one more summary, and then we're going to wrap up. And this summary is the third summary. All of the cryptocurrencies. Well, foremost, look in the Wealth Warrior broadcast page today, Wealth Warrior group broadcast, because Bob is going to be putting some info for us. He's also going to be posting a list of books for us. He says, folks, let's not get analysis paralysis. Get in the game, get off the bench, and get on the floor. He said it's an investment opportunity. It has its ups and it has its downs. And one of the interesting things, he didn't mention this, or I didn't hear it, and that is cryptocurrency is challenging to trace. And I think I heard him mention that on Thursday, that banks are fighting it. People are investing in cryptocurrency and not putting that in the banking institutions. That the IRS is trying to figure out how they can get their share. It does have a value system. He says that the governments are really trying to kind of downplay that. They're not using a bully pit to say it's wrong, but they're trying to downplay that. And Bob said, if Bill Gates is investing in cryptocurrency, that's good enough for him. I have one final question to ask you, Bob, and that is, I want to now get cash from my cryptocurrency. How do I, if I want the physical cash, how do I get it? Do you know that?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I've seen it myself. Let's just keep with the example. Once you have a number of Bitcoin, and they're stored in a wallet, it's always there on the internet available to you. Can do is there are some, when you buy Bitcoins, you buy like Coinbase is one of the most stable exchanges.
What is that called again, Bob? What's that again?
Coinbase.
See, Coinbase?
Yeah, COINBASE. Coinbase. That's one of the primary and most stable exchanges on which you can buy Bitcoins. There are companies that issue like debit cards. If you have an account that has Bitcoin in it, you can to go to an ATM and get cash out.
Wow. Okay.
So liquid in that sense.
Okay. Interesting. So what I heard Bob say is that there are ways for you to access. If you wanted physical.
I'm sorry. You went away. Brent? Hello? I'll just keep Brent. Go ahead. Brent, I'm sorry. I seem to have, my Wi-Fi seems to have dropped out. So I will continue where we left off by a post on Wealth Warriors later this morning. Take care, and thank you for the opportunity to speak with the Wealth Warriors.